He is Skanda, he is Kumara, he is Subramanya and he is Muruga. Different geographies called him differently, but started as Skanda. He got the fame of being the greatest warrior ever. Fought across the subcontinent, went further north up into Central Asia and become Sikander. And even today the word slightly mispronounced is used as Sikander, somebody who is victorious over everybody. Namaskaram to everyone. Today is referred to as Thaipusam in the Tamil culture, which is considered to be the most effervescent of the various spiritual events that this culture is full of. Literally, every day of the 365 days are marked for different aspects of life. But this day, which is the first Purnami or the full moon day, post-solstice, after Sankaranti, the first full moon day is called as Thaipusam. Largely in the country, in the larger part of the country, it is known as the Dhanya Purnami. Dhanya means it is a full moon of fulfillment. In many ways, because of the nature of what happens on this planet in relationship with the sun, this is considered to be the most generous full moon of the year. When I say generous, one who knows how to get the best out of life, one who is seeing how to make this life in the best possible way. One will attain to maximum amount of… or one will reap maximum harvest at this time. So it's called as Dhanya Purnami, the full moon of fulfillment. The moon has already come up in a glorious way. There are many things connected with this. This is considered also in southern India largely. For ages, people always saw this as a day to develop instruments of victory, that which brings you victory, success in material world, in the emotional world and in the spiritual world. This is the day when one horns their instruments which will bring success or victory in these different dimensions. The legend goes out to say that it is on this day that Parvati gave the veil or the spear to Skanda, who is known as Muruga in the south. He is Skanda, he is Kumara, he is Subramanya and he is Muruga, different geographies called him differently, but started as Skanda. So with this instrument or with this weapon of a spear, he got the fame of being the greatest warrior ever. Fought across the subcontinent. It is said he went beyond the present borders of what we call as Bharat, because his name reverberated in the Persian culture as Iskander. Went further north up into Central Asia and become Iskander. And even today the word slightly mispronounced is used as Sikander, somebody who is victorious over everybody, who becomes an emperor of all the rulers, but never held a kingdom. He only fought battles because he was committed to annihilating injustice. The boy was angry and when somebody of immense capabilities and hugely blessed becomes angry, so it happened, and wherever he thought there is injustice, he started killing. Well, literally his adolescence and youth, as a youth, he largely killed people. We don't know how many, but across the subcontinent he did, and he also went slightly out. Then he realized what is justice and what is injustice is not always an absolute. It's a question of perspective most of the time. Then he realized that somewhere deep inside, the fury of who he was is seeking revenge in the form of justice. When you go after somebody thinking you will serve justice, they will only experience it as revenge. So I'm not trying to say there is no justice at all, but there isn't. The world, human life, always balances between we work for either the larger good of the people or larger harm to the people. Never in the history of humanity have we achieved that kind of a thing where there was absolute justice. We've only talked about it. We never have managed to manifest it. In small societies, you may, but as the size grows, it only becomes about larger well-being. Larger well-being will always be perceived by a certain group of people as injustice to them. Endlessly, in every society, in every little place, this is going on. Even within a home where there are 4 or 5 people, somebody will always be feeling there is injustice towards them, however you do it, because there is no absolute definition of what is justice. The largest well-being that we can serve even a given group of people is the only justice we have managed till now. When he realized this, he washed his sword and his spear and went up the mountain and left his body because he knew he was fighting for a goal which is not just elusive, which is elusive. Having said that, only if you realize this in your life, that life is not a bundle of absolutes, then there is possibility of fulfillment.